Let's start. Welcome to our GOKb session on this last day. This is a session where we have three distinct presentations for you. Let's first introduce ourselves. This is Christine Seeger, this is my colleague in Cologne from HPZ. And she does nearly everything for the GOKb. And I myself, I am Daniel Rupp. I am the product owner of the GOKb, also from Cologne. The first presentation we have is a really short introduction to the GOKb. Moment, I will start here shown. It's a really short introduction to the GOKb, but as it was considered first and originally as lightning presentation, I have as a certain topic that's in the focus of this presentation. So first, for all that don't know what the GOKb is, it's an exchange platform for electronic resource metadata. Resource metadata for ebooks, e-journals, but also for other data like audio and video files. It's important that it's organized in packages because it's sold in packages, and we see ourselves as link between providers and on the one hand and library systems on the other hand. So what we do in addition of collecting these things is that we want to reference these titles against other databases, so we get unique and identified title records. As I said, it's a system in the middle between raw provider data in form of KBART and ERM systems in particular. And it's optimized for automated processes. So we have lots of identifiers, lots of interfaces to ensure the communication with other systems. And last but not least, it's a free and community-based service. So it's maintained by us partners from Germany, three networks or two networks and a serial catalog under the roof of the Open Library Foundation. So the topic I want to speak about are the benefits of using GOKb, and to narrow it somewhat down, instead of working with KBART files directly. So FOLIO, but also other systems have they have the feature to import KBART files directly from the provider, and I think the GOKb service is somewhat broader. So we would absolutely recommend using GOKb files or knowledge-based files in general instead of uploading the files on their own. First thing is KBART errors are found in the GOKb and can be corrected through workflows. To show you this, it's quite small, but I just want to give you the idea of it. KBART errors, syntactic and semantic errors like wrong ISSNs can be detected and can be corrected inside the GOKb. We have special workflows that are where you get all the information you need to solve these issues and these errors. So you have better data after these correction workflows than using KBART files directly. The next thing is we enrich records with identifiers and also additional information. I want to show you this diagram. You see that all data is enriched by the German Union Catalog of Serials. This is first we think this is a national catalog. It is, but there is also global data on serials, more than 2 million serial records, and with these records you can enrich nearly all serial data you have in the world. So you will get identifiers, additional identifiers, DDC classes, and so on for your records in the FOLIO system and other systems. The third one is we have automated updates. So the normal process in ERM systems is you have to load up your KBART file, and after a while you have to load up the next one. There is KBART automation, yes, but it's not used, as I learned on this conference, widely. And there are a few systems that support this KBART automation, so we have to do it manually. So we have to go every month. We have to load up the next KBART file of the same package because there could be some changes in this KBART file. This can be done automatically via the GOKb. Here is a screenshot of our automated import settings where you can enter an URL, where you can enter an update cycle, where you can enter namespaces where the title ID should be matched and so on. And I see there is I have to go one back. And the last, but I think most important thing is it's you save effort, you save time, because all the things I told you before is maybe done by other libraries as well for the same package. So you have a system of curatorial groups that are mainly libraries. And these libraries, they use the same global data as you in lots of times. And if you want to have a certain Springer ebook packages, they are great. There are really large chances that it's already in the GOKb and you can use this package without doing something for yourself. And other libraries would are glad that they can use your data you're managing instead. So this is a really short production, and now Christine will give you an insight in our community, in the GOKb community.
Oh, hello. I want to change the slide. Yeah, so I want to talk about the our GOKb community and how we work with all the different librarians and unite them as a community. The GOKb community is an open community. That means everyone can be part of the GOKb community. So what does it mean to be part of the community? Everyone can use the data pool, which is created collaboratively. And the users who fill the GOKb with the data and help to correct them. They help with further development, they testing new features, and they do knowledge transfer for their colleagues in the libraries. The GOKb community is composed of international users, and they are librarians, consortia, providers, and a special user is the ECB, the Electronic Journal Library, which make their data available in the GOKb. So actually we have 35 curatorial groups which maintain and manage data jointly and independently, and we think there are 110 librarians who work in person in the GOKb, there's a close exchange between the GOKb team and the community for collecting user requirements, and for this there are various offers. I want to show you, we have monthly a GOKb Info Hour, in German the GOKb Info Stunde, and this is for the whole German community. We've got so between 30 and 60 participants every session, And in this hour, we exchange of ideas with the community. We presentation new developments. They can be used for short trainings and for discussion of community issues, which we get through the support. So, and then we work very closely with the FOLIO, it's a German FOLIO community, and there for several years there is a periodic meeting with the ZBB and the GBB FOLIO ERM team, and on this we discuss about data flows between GOKb and FOLIO. We exchange about innovations in both systems. We made agreements for user developments, and one of the biggest parts is we define use cases. For almost 1 year, there is a monthly meeting with the GOKb Power users. It consists of 6 to 7 librarians and the GOKb team, and there we discuss requirements, we clarification of interaction between system and users, and we get feedback from the users before we get it into the info hour to show it to the whole community. And for the first time, there will be a GOKb user meeting in November in Göttingen, where there's a meeting between users and the GOKb team. There will be presentations, discussions, conversations, and exchange, and we hope it would be a relaxed get-together with delicious food, and we are looking forward to it. So the international community is actually very small. So there is more individual support and trainings for this part of the community. There's an English mailing list. We have also a German mailing list. Yes, and we're looking forward to enlarge the international community. So why we are here. So that's a little bit more. We offer trainings with libraries, vendors, and consortia. There can be individual and collective. The collective trainings are in spring and fall, and this will be 2 basic sessions and 2 for work with the review request. The community helps us with user acceptance tests. So it's the GOKb Bugfest is very smaller than the FOLIO Bugfest. Yes, and at the moment the formation community with libraries which use IMA. In the first time there will be besides the actual community, because they got other requirements. But in the future, we will unite the users to one big GOKb community. Yes, and the GOKb is made for librarians, and we are working closely with them to provide the best tool for data management. So, thank you. And
other questions
Yeah.
so far? So I think before we get to the last presentation, we could questions or announcements or items. If not, there's always time after all our presentations.
thank you.
So the last presentations is a more technical one, and it's not only a topic we come across really often in the GOKb, but I think it's a problematic topic everywhere where librarians work with KBART files. So as I said, KBART is our our source input for the GOKb. You can see it here down on the left. We get our files via KBART, and this is the main insertion format we use for all our data in KBART, aside from those enrichment APIs. So what is KBART? KBART is, as you see it here, is a text format. It's a tab-separated files that are as text presented, but it's not structured in the way a JSON document or such is, because last but not least, it should be human readable. This doesn't look like human readable because I opened it with a text editor, but it's as tab separated file. It is open. You can open it with the spreadsheet software like Excel or so. So there are lots of recommendations regarding KBART files, not only the single columns that have to be inserted, but the file format itself and so on. I don't want to show you all the recommendations. You can find them down there in the link. It's from the KBART, as the NISO KBART committee, is the recommendation phase 2. But there's such things as, it should be plain text. The text should be coded as UTF-8 and so on. And there are recommendations for date formats and so on. And this is the thing. We have lots of frequent errors. The first one are incorrect character encoding. In the first years of the GOKb, this was really an issue. We had now we have certain structures and feeds that help analyzing text file. There's a wrong character encoding, but the problem is still there. As you see here, this is a file that is opened, as you see down there, as UTF-8, as it should be, but it's not UTF-8. You see here, especially non-English serial names, non-English record names. They have special characters that are not displayed in the correct way, such as you see here. So there is in some text editors like Notepad++, that's the one I show you here. You can convert it, but you have first to identify which character encoding is originally in the file. This is ANSI, and you can convert it to UTF-8. So you have to do it before you input it in not only GOKb, but I think all systems that are using KBART files. It's not recommended, it's not the standard. And a short excursion regarding the standards. There's a KBART endorsement process, but even after the provider is endorsed, that means that he is officially accepted to provide standardized KBART files. There's sometimes a step back. There are new people working for the providers providing these KBART files, and so there's knowledge is lost between the transitions of the staff and so. And this is a problem that providers who first had really good KBART files that are absolutely fine to the standard, that these KBART files deteriorate over the time. Also not the files itself, but the KBART providing. So the other things that are, I think, more a problem are reformatted dates and reformatted ISBNs. And this is not because of the providers. This is because the tools we use our KBART files with. I've made some slides, but I rather would go to the system and show you live in Excel what will happen. So I have to stop the sharing. I have to share another one. Okay. So here you have a blank Excel file. I want to work with KBART data. and to change something in it. So I will go to data. Here I can get data from text CSV. And this is the file I will present to you. It's an ebook file, and as I said, it's not up to the provider. Right now, the ebook file is absolutely correct. There's nothing wrong in the KBART file. And now I will import it. Now I get this screen, an import screen. I will ignore it because this is will show you what happens if you ignore it, and then I will load the data. So, as you see, everything, at first look, everything seems correct. There you have, I think there could be an encoding error, but the thing that is to see here, this should be ISBNs. Maybe I could zoom a little bit so you can see it better. So you can see the title. And as you see, if you click on one of these things, numeric values, you see that up there is the correct ISBN. But Excel tried to analyze it and thought it was a number, not a text string. And then you have this scientific notation. This is a floating point number that is here. So up there you have the correct number, but it's presented in the column itself as this scientific notation. You can think it's not a problem because the value is still there. So there's another problem. These are the dates. There is a special these are the dates first issue online. This is a certain format. It's ISO format that is recommended by KBART. And this one is very simple to see. It's 4 digits for the year, and a hyphen, 2 digits for the month, and hyphen, and 2 digits for the day. But as you see here, the structure has changed because Excel analyzed the column and thinks it's a date. And so it represents in one of their date formats. You can change the format, but you can even say that it should be January written in the middle, but but it does something with the date, what it shouldn't do. Now I will save the file, save as. So I won't save this Excel workbook, but as do I have it? Text tab delimited, and I will ignore everything I should originally do. I will save it as book 2. Yeah, that's a warning from multi-sheet support. So now I will show you the book 2 in a text editor. I have to share the other. Please. So I have to share this one. And as you see, this one has been stored, not the real value, but the scientific value. And as this is text file, and this is a string and not a number. And so it's up to the next program that uses the KBART file to analyze this number. But even if the next file, the next program accepts this as a number in scientific notation, it's not possible to give this number to have the correct ISBN. As you see down here, we have the same number in different rows. That is because of this floating point algorithm. That it's the last. If you convert it back to a real number, you will have zeros in the end. So you have one of the most important information in the KBART file, an identifier has been lost. The same happens here, where you had originally in the KBART file the correct date in the correct format. Now we have the correct date, but in the wrong format, and this could be possible to transform. It's not as bad as the identifiers, but it's also something that most KBART importers can't read, and in my opinion shouldn't read, because they should stay to the recommendation, to the standard. So you can I will share the Excel sheet again, because there is you can work with this if you know what you're doing. So if you are so if you import the data again, and now I will not ignore all these things up there. I see that the file origin means here's the character encoding. I will look that this is UTF-8. The limiter tab, this is correct. And I will stop the data type detection. And then you have the preview here, I will load it. And as you see, so it is possible to work with Excel if you know what you're doing, and so that Excel doesn't corrupt your data. But if you do it blank without considering, then you have a problem. The same is as if you save it to 3. I will change it to text tab delimited. Then I have to go, and nobody finds this if he doesn't know what to do. To web options, then you can check the encoding. Save this document as Western European Windows, no. UTF-8. Then you are able to prevent those losses, those data losses, and you have a correct KBART file. But what is the? I will go back to our presentation. But here I have the screens that I wanted that I showed you in live. Okay, my recommendations are: don't use Excel. I hope I will not get sued by Microsoft for saying this in YouTube and Zoom, but don't use Excel unless you absolutely know what you're doing and how you're working with Excel. I have 2 recommendations as alternatives. The first one is a basic recommendation. So if you want to work with a spreadsheet software, I recommend using LibreOffice, because LibreOffice is, I didn't show it to you because I can't install it on this laptop, but LibreOffice is much more easier to handle, and it doesn't the stuff that Excel does to the data. So it's more basic, but it doesn't it doesn't try to think to see what you are thinking. It doesn't try to help you, and this is absolutely better than wrongly trying to help you. The advanced recommendation is use OpenRefine or text editors. I showed you the text editors. It's hard to work in those text editors, I think, if you have tabular data, but this is OpenRefine. You can install OpenRefine. It's open, as the name said, is a software originally by Google. I think it's still maintained by Google, but it's now called Open. It's not Google Refine anymore. Where you can do lots of things and more powerful things then with every spreadsheet editor of your data, you can insert APIs for each field and so on. It has a steep learning curve that's maybe problematic at first, but if you get into it, you see that it's much more powerful and you can much more do with your data. So, and some basic things before insertion into GOKb or other software, check the character encoding. I think check it always, because systems cannot check it at all times. They can only check it if they got if there's a bit mark at the beginning, or if there's there are characters that that you can use as signature characters. So you have in best cases check it manually, check the dates if these are correct dates, and check especially ISBNs, because ISBNs are the most I selected ISBNs to show you because ISBNs are those identifiers that have only a number in it, and most other identifiers are a mixture of different alphanumerical characters. So there is no danger regarding these wrong data type analysis. So thank you. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, and I hope that you will tell us something about your experience in working with KBART files. Maybe from the chat. No? Okay, so thank you. If you have any general questions about the GOKb or so, you can find us out there, and you know, after the session, because I personally don't have any session anymore today. You neither. Okay, so great. Thank you for attending the session and have a nice day.